The Nedbank Sports Trust Virtual Cycle Challenge #Piketberg took place on the 30th and 31st of October 2021. This challenge was launched last year during the COVID-19 pandemic as an alternative to the annual cycle race in Piketberg on the West Coast. This year it was supported by various cycling clubs, individuals and development cyclists within South Africa and internationally.
For the past 6 years, Piketberg has been the host town for the annual Nedbank Sports Trust Hill Challenge. This iconic race has seen some top South African cyclists take the challenge and finish here at the top of the Versveld Pass. However, over the last 2 years, the global pandemic has taken its toll on the race and we've not been able to host it. Thus, for the last 2 years, we've had a virtual challenge which has gone global, and funds raised have gone towards building a BMX track in the town of Piketberg.
For the last 8 years, I've been part of the program, and they were helping me through a lot of things. Whenever I need something, they were there for me. And in terms of that, I give back to the community and the new guys, helping the new guys out. So for me, it's an honor to do the wines tours because most of the guys are pro cyclists. And for me, it's like going against shoulder to shoulder to the pros. And I have lots of fun. My first year when I did it, my results was very good and decided to go back and to improve on that results. And hopefully next year I will do the Cape Epic.
Ik heb 2019 begonnen fietsrijden, samen met broer Eduardo Engelbrecht. Ik heb begonnen fietsrijden omdat hij eindelijk mij geïnspireerd heeft. Hij zei dat ik eindelijk goed is en dat hij ook wil zijn. Fietsrijden helpt me eindelijk goed. Omdat om mij weg van traks en goed af. En ik kan nou, als ik uit de school uitkom, is eerst mijn huiswerk, dan ga ik oefenen. En maybe zal ik een beetje helpen in huis.
Putting a BMX track into the community is something that will be used by the community big time. Not only will the community have the BMX track, but the Department of Agriculture in the Western Cape will be investing in agricultural upliftment as well. There will be a bike park surrounded by a skills center, containers which will hold the bikes, training, bike repairs and so on, just to upskill the community and make it a place of hope, a place of the future. So today, to each one of you that have cycled, that have taken part in the challenge, that have become a hero in your community, that have become a hero for the community, thank you. We appreciate it. To Nedbank, who's been a trustee of the Sports Trust for many years, if it wasn't for you, this event would not be possible and this opportunity would not be possible. To Just Future Sports, thank you for your contribution as well through your program.
Ocean View High School has participated in the Nedbank Sports Trust Development Cycling Program for the past few years, managed by Lekale Britton Riley, who hails from this community. She continually encourages the cyclists to participate in sport to keep them away from the social ills of society, and she practices an open door policy for them to have continued support.
This morning, I'm in Jubilee Square in Simonstown with the Ocean View Community Cycle Group. They've cycled all the way from Ocean View and will now continue through to Cape Point and then back home, a distance of about 40 kilometers. They are part of the Sports Trust Nedbank Community Cycle Challenge, and they are doing it for a cause. They are doing it for a community, and they are heroes.
My daughter actually started cycling in Ocean View. She was the first girl to start cycling in Ocean View, and that motivated me. And then my son started, and he's been cycling for 4 years now. And then Tammy asked me one day to come ride with her, and so I decided, why not, give it a shot. So that's what I'm doing now.
Yeah, like in my free time, I look after my sisters basically, and when I get time, I cycle. Cycling, it brought me a lot of discipline, and I met a lot of people that can help me in to improve myself, and in the club, like we became a family. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of, like, if you're doing something wrong, they will guide you on the right way and all of that stuff.
I started cycling with my dad, and I saw a club in Ocean View, and I told my dad that I'm going to go cycle, start riding bike, and I cycled for 3 years, and this is my first year in the sports trust. I want to achieve, I want to go overseas, I'm going to ride the Tour de France, and the Italian, and I want to start being a pro cyclist.
The role of sports, it keeps children out of trouble, and like some children, they have a passion for certain sports, and through their passion they can achieve a lot of stuff if they do it. And for, like, in our community, the children there, they love cycling. Whenever they see you on your bike, they will ask, like, can't they join? And for me to say no every time, it's very sad, because I know certain children want to cycle. But cycling is it has a huge impact on our community.
The Sports Trust wishes to thank various sponsors and partners that participated and contributed this year. Funds raised will be used towards completing the BMX bike park and provide job creation, skills development and food sustainability in this community.
So we look at one of our local wind farms being Hopefield, and got involved in the upliftment of the community, looking at assisting with solar panels, painting their units, putting in electricity. So we do get involved in the communities around where all our projects are.
The involvement from this Fruiter side as far as Sports Trust has been long coming. We obviously started way back in, I think, in 2019 with the two development riders that you people, took through your programming. And, we have aligned ourselves with you into the future, and hence the reasons that we also came on board from the virtual racing now, which has become a norm given the state of COVID and the restrictions of people's participation in mass events. I definitely believe that we are in for something very big, and this thing will grow. And as you've mentioned, the amount of interest it creates around the world, we are no longer confined to the boundaries within the Western Cape or wherever we want to find ourselves and have been where cycling is concerned.
Sports always had a positive influence on choices which impact improved health, better social interactions, builds society and the social cohesion, unity and transformation in the various societies. The track and the development of the BMX track will then be owned by the community, driven by the community, and the community will be invested in their facilities by being part of that construction. Also then creating jobs within that community.
So I definitely look forward to this project, and I'm sure all the other adjacent and collateral aspects of the what it brings, that they will have pride in that facility. They will want to maintain it, because it's not just the investment on the beginning, it's the ongoing investment into the youth and themselves putting in their time and effort to sustain that going forward. Because as we all know, this thing is going to go from one town to the next, and it's the only way you're going to get them to understand that this is something for them, and they will obviously have to look after it going forward.
The social cycling group, Cycle, Cradle and Beyond also supported this fundraising initiative and donated cycling kits, which will be distributed to the development cyclists in Piketberg.
We're here supporting the Nedbank Sports Trust Virtual Cycling Challenge out in this beautiful country of Magaliesburg. We're starting off at Cradle of Mankind, Maropeng, cycling along the dirt roads and some single track into Magaliesburg. And why we are supporting this is because we are uplifting the communities.
Principally, I think working on the ground with the guys, and there's some really good guys that are in the team, is we're probably trying to do two things. First and foremost, we're trying to develop the BE side of the youth transformation and development side of the cycling. There's a lot of youngsters out there, there's a lot of talent out there, and we've got to find them. In the game of world cycling, we've got some really good cyclists out there, but we could really do a lot better. And it comes from finding them at grassroots level, taking them from youngsters, from some of the youngsters we saw riding with us today, which is what I like seeing.
I've been cycling now for about the past year, and the reason I enjoy mountain biking is to get out the house and get fresh air, because it's so much fun and you get to train and that. And then once, if you want to be a superstar or something on TV, you might just get to that goal and you might just reach it.
I enjoy cycling just because of the experience, and it's just good fitness in general.
Okay, so as you said, you're trying to raise money for BMX, and I think that's a fantastic place to put it, because yeah, that's where you identify the youngsters.
The Sports Trust remains committed to providing access and opportunities for communities to participate in sport. We thank our sponsors and cyclists for being Sports Trust heroes and helping us to continue to enhance education through sport. Donate on www.quicket.co.za. Nedbank Sports Trust Virtual Cycle Challenge.